To see on the range again the other day, just to recap on the session that we did, what we see here from down the line is a much improved swing on your previous session. The club now tracing the circle on the way back, left arm much more in and across your chest at the halfway back position, and as we approach the top there's a little bit of a lift as you try to get back into a very upright position as you used to do, but you can see there now that it's much more rounded and the left arm is much more in line with where your shoulders are. We do need to flatten that off, and we do need to reduce the gap here between your right arm and your right side, so we do lose a little bit of connection, which is why you still need to work with the head cover stroke T-peg beneath your right arm, but that is progressing nicely, so keep up the good work. Down at the bottom left we see a setup position where the weight is favouring the left side as we suggested. However, as we take the club back, there's a tendency to just drift off back into your right side, and this poses a number of problems. The first problem it poses is that we're struggling to consistently strike the ground after the ball, as we see here, and that's the thing that separates good players from lesser players. To consistently make solid contact is the best source of power you have. Usually when we make solid contact and a centered strike, the ball also goes straighter. So we're trying to encourage a move that allows you to make solid contact each time. In order for us to do that, we have to try and make sure that the handle of the club leads the club head into impact. As we can see here, the handle is actually ahead of the club head as he makes contact with the golf ball. What we see with yourself is because of the move off the ball in the backswing, there's a tendency to just sort of want to throw the hands at the ball to prevent the club digging in the ground. So there's almost a sort of scooping. You can see the arms dividing as you come through in an attempt to prevent the club digging in the ground. So drill for that is, as we said, make some swings where you put more weight on the left side and you focus on keeping it there. As you swing through into this position, we want to feel like we see here on the top right, that both arms extend into a straight position at chest height, but importantly lead with the handle of the club. Don't try and help that golf ball up in the air. The other issue we had was the lack of aggressiveness with the swing. What we want to try and do is swing, as we see here, the lady on the bottom right, at about 8 out of 10. 10 being flat out, throwing yourself at the golf ball. We can see there that there is some speed in there. Slowing the swing down will not make it better, it just makes it a slower version of the swing that you've got. So key to remember, stay more centered, focus on keeping the weight in the position it is at address. Lead with the handle as you're coming into impact, don't attempt to scoop the ball, and swing aggressively. Good luck with it, and I'll see you again in a week or so's time. Well done.